We're dropping knowledge on Grambo Bros, talking about plants and how they go. Let's go. From seeds to the cure, we always smoke pure. Nothing but good vibes up in here. We blaze the ganja, keep it fire. Grambo Bros, burning desire. Learn about cultivation, step by step. You can rock out the negativity. Cannabis vibes on the air. Grambo Bros, I'm jumping in. Grow, I bring you life.
Nothing but good vibes up in here. Grambo grows. What is up, GramFam, GramBorg members? What is up, everybody in the cannabis community? You have found the right place. If you clicked on this video, you're looking about cannabis growing and phenotypic expression, quality, all that sort of stuff. You're in the right place. My name is Josh Grambo. This is the Late Night Smoke. Emphasis on late night. I always forget. Shout out to all you East Coasters out there. It's 10 o'clock out there. I always think it's 8 p.m. The sun just went down. It's not that late. Holy shit, it is that late. Shout out to the Grow Under the Stairs. Go check out his awesome show over on YouTube. I love when the cannabis content creators are hanging out in the community. I just realized it's Guts. Grow Under the Stairs. The Guts. Shout out to the Guts podcast. So yeah, this episode, I want to start off by thanking Craig Dew. We had a couple gift subs. He's always giving away memberships. So welcome our two new channel memberships. If you guys want to subscribe, hit that subscribe button if you vibe. And right next to that subscribe button is the join button. So if you guys want to join, thank you, Craig Dew, for throwing out there. And but I'm going to interject. I'm going to thank him for that. But I'm going to beg you guys, don't spend your money. If you're planning on tipping during the stream, or if you're planning on joining the membership, there's a thing you can do to support a little bit better of a cause. You might see up in the top corner up there is a pinned comment. It's a GoFundMe. Awesome dude I met him at the DGC Cup a couple years ago. He's at every single event. Our buddy Nick from Cannabis Connoisseurs over on Instagram. He is not doing well. I saw him a few weeks ago, and he seemed under the weather, but he was healthy and happy, doing everything. Actually, if you guys follow me on Instagram, and you should follow me on Instagram at Josh Grambo, that's him. He showed up to a Christmas party with a full Grinch costume. He is an awesome guy. He is a legit member of the community. Literally at every single event I've ever been to, you'll see him wearing a gold jacket with a big old cheesy smile on his face. And as you can see from this photo, he's not doing well. He's trying to go the holistic approach. Godspeed to him. I'm a man of science, and I went and got my surgery, so I hope he gets the care that he needs. But in the meantime, he needs food and supplies and all the things that just a human needs. So he's fighting it. Even if his medical bills are covered, he needs help with just surviving. So if you guys want to click right up there, or pin comment, it's the GoFundMe. Anything helps. So shout out to him. Love you, Nick from Cannabis Connoisseurs. He's a huge part. I like I said, I've been surrounded. Also, shout out to my best friend Garen. His mom is going through it back in Des Moines, Iowa. If anybody out there knows, I know Casey Smith. I know the Smitty brothers. I know sometimes you guys watch. I don't know if you found me from Dude Grows, but give some love to Garen. It's craziness. It's been a dark. I'm doing good. Surgery went well. I'm healing up great. Played with my daughter a little too much this weekend, feel a little sore, but no worse for wear. But mentally, just worrying about all the GramFam and all the people out there. It makes you want to hug the people that you love all the more. And you guys might notice a new little background action. I'm trying something a little bit differently. A couple minutes in the show. What are you guys smoking? This is the question I always want to know. Put in the comments. What are you guys smoking on? I'm smoking on something a gift from Tropicana Kyle. He hooked me up with the Lemon G13 times the pie dough. If you guys watched Dude Grow show yesterday, we were smoking on that. And if you saw the members only show that we did, we were smoking hell on that rosin. So all you DGC producers, you guys might have saw smoking on this rosin. That stuff is that is that good. So I got some some lemon G from the Diamond Mine, some live resin. I got some Tropicana Kyle rosin, just dank on dank on dank. Loving it over here. And I saw just a little bit ago, one of our GramFam in here just mentioned that they had lost the comment, but just to take, whoa, what the hell is happening here? Shout out Beto Tree, man. That's preposterous. Thank you for all that. I will make sure that $50 gets donated in his honor. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. That is going straight to our buddy Nick over there. That's very, very generous. Endless appreciation for you. But as I was saying, I saw someone had just posted that they had just harvested some orange gasm. And if that doesn't give away who the guest tonight is, well, the title already gave it away. So this is the homie. This is the Colorado homie. When you think of Colorado, you usually think Denver. Some of you crazy people think Fort Collins, but he's all the way down in that border region down south. He's in northern New Mexico over there. This guy. He is the awesome breeder from Irie Genetics, the host of the Grow From Your Heart podcast, which all you guys should be watching. It's about as old as the Dude Grow show. It's shocking how many years click by, man. And so we'll just bring him in. Rasta Jeff, the years click by, don't they?
They go so fast, brother. I did not realize that I've been doing this for over 10 years in the podcast game until somebody sent me a message. They said, hey, happy 10-year anniversary. So the episodes go by quickly. Thanks for having me, by the way, bro.
Yeah, thank you for joining. You were indisposed for many Sundays, and so you let me know a few weeks ago. It's like, hey, I'll be around, have some free time, and anytime I can swoop up Rasta Jeff, I'm all about that life. So welcome to the Late Night Smoke, my friend.
Hey, bro, thanks for having me. The late night smoke sounds like a good time. It's exciting to be here. Wow, I can't talk suddenly.
Okay. Yeah, man. No, it's well, because you took one of those brain melter dabs.
Dude,
Me and Jeff were talking before the stream. I like to chain smoke lots of little dabs, and he's like, nah.
No, I need one big choker dab, the one that makes your eyes cross, makes you hold on to the edge of the table for a couple of minutes, get your hands a little bit sweaty. That's what I like to do to myself. I didn't bring my smoke stuff in here. My smoke setup is so ridiculous. I've got like an induction heater and a rig with a banger, and it's a lot. So instead of bringing it all here, I wrecked myself before I left the office, and I'm doing quite well.
It is the amount of accessories that it is required to do dabs properly is like, because I imagine then you have the thermometer, the fucking, or at least the timer.
Yeah, I got the dab right, so it beeps and reminds me, hey, take a dab, and then it reminds me to dunk my banger, so that's helpful, because I like to get stoned and forget to dunk it, and then it's dirty when I want to use it again. That always sucks. I was taking dabs of, while you choke, I'll keep rambling. I was taking dabs of PB&J live rosin batter from Green Dot. That was some delicious stuff. Cortez, nice. Good to see Cortez out there.
Thank you. I'm officiating Cortez's wedding in June. So he'll be getting married at the International Church of Cannabis, and I'm officiating it. So each week he pays me $20 at a time. I'm noticing a theme here.
I like that. It's a pretty good deal. Congrats on the nuptials there, Cortez.
Yeah, she's a nice lady. He's a good man. He's got a good girl. So I was honored to be asked. It's definitely one of those crazy things. Do you talked about Duncan? This is interesting. So this has nothing to do with flower and growing, but I'm interested. We were both fellow dabbers. We love the flower, but love that concentrate. When you say dunking, do you do a full dunk? So like at 5'8" at the Jug Dealer studio, we have a French press that is filled with alcohol, and we will dunk it.
Yeah. My alarm goes off at 300, and I take the whole banger out of the rig and just drop it in alcohol. When I do it, I keep one end, so like the fritted part that would go into the banger, I keep that out of the alcohol and slowly go in so that any pressure that builds up can come out of that end. Because if you go too hot, that will cause small fractures in your glass. Yeah, go in with the stem outward and then submerge the whole thing. And then I go into a clean alcohol after that, give it a little bit of a rinse. And then depending on how dirty it is, I may even hit it with a Q-tip after that.
Damn, you're like fucking it's like a barber station with you, or like a bartender. It's like if a barber and a bartender got together. You got the wash, the dunk, the rinse.
It's quite the setup. You've got the heater, the thermometer, the dunk, the rinse. It's a lot of setup. Yeah, it's a whole station. You can always
Oh,
bring a
yeah.
Puffco. I've got the Puffco for when I need that,
Yeah, I always talk crap about the Puffco. I showed you. I got it sitting like right here, along with an elephant pie. I'm gonna give this away. I got a couple. I'm gonna make the announcement here. I got these two. Like I got this one in Jamaica, and it's not all that expensive. But this one I got in St. Paul back in like the year 2001 at a Megadeth after a Megadeth concert. It's a Stegosaurus. When am I going to smoke on a Stegosaurus when I'm walking around? So one of these days, follow me on Instagram. If you don't, fucking follow at Josh Grambo. I'm giving these things away. I want to find a good home because they have sentimental value to me, but just no practical value. And I'm becoming a minimalist, Jeff. After I moved to this little apartment over here off South Broadway, I'm becoming a minimalist. I'm throwing everything away, giving it all.
That's good for you. If you haven't touched it in so many months, why do you have it anyway? Let it go.
Exactly. Just the same motto with my ex-wife. Am I right, folks?
I'm just gonna smile and look into my camera.
My man. So one of the reasons that obviously just hanging out with you is the reason that I was stoked to talk to you, but definitely as far as the topic of tonight's show, I've been on this thing, as we were talking about before the show, I've been on this trip about phenotypic expression. This has been one of my things. I always tell the story that it's becoming my Joe Rogan. You remember Joe Rogan used to talk about himself all the time, and he's like, yes, we remember the delta, their 11 hydroxy metabolite. We know Joe Rogan. That's becoming my story about the chasing after the sour diesel. Like, where did the diesel go that I remember from the early 2000s? And you get the genetics and you grow them out. It wasn't the right, and it wasn't the stuff I remember. And then I was thinking, like, is it genetic drift? Is it me as a grower? And then later in life, introduces this term phenotypic expression, and I realized, it's because it's not grown with GH nutrients under vented glass hoods stacked together, ass to ass in a grow room. And I was like, oh, that's why. And so who better to talk to than a breeder? Like, here, just right in the comments, like, once again, holler if you are the one who just harvested the orange gasm the other day. But yeah, you've had a lot of people run your gear, especially this orange gasm, huh? The dude, you got the dude under, like, we make fun of him because all he smokes is orange gasm.
But it's good weed, bro. It's good weed for the daytime. It's good weed for the evening time. I prefer something else at night, but it's great. I'm going to back up. You said something that caught my attention right at the beginning here. You said sour diesel as the strain that you can't grow the same as everybody else, or that doesn't it doesn't spark the memory like you're used to. I've got a good friend who in my town is known for his sour diesel grow. It's all he's grown. I met him right after high school, we won't even talk about what year that was. He's still growing the same. Yeah, still running the same sour cut. Nobody around here can grow it like he does. I was like, bro, give me a cut. I want to run this. And he's like, good luck, bro. He gave me a cut. And I came back. I was like, bro, I can't do it. And he goes, it only works in deep water culture. He said, I only can get it to do what we're doing in deep water culture. He's like, I ran it soilless mix, organic, every other way. Deep water culture is the only way it bangs like this. So yeah, that's the only way. I grew it in soil. It looked good. You know what I mean? It was nice, but it wasn't what he was doing. And he's like, do deep water culture, you'll get this. So it's funny you chose the sour diesel.
That's because that's the one. That's the one that no matter what I do, because I've been chasing it for years, in and out. And especially once I got with Dude Grows and Jug Dealers, now I have like verified genetics. I can't just write it off. No, Banner is like, no, I got this from the guy that got it from AJ, yada, yada, whatever it is, And so, yeah, holy crap, that's so freaking interesting. Deep water culture. Have you ever grown any of those sort of styles?
No, I do hydroponics in my cloner, but I don't do deep water culture and beyond there. Just in the cloner. Those cloners bang with the sprayers on the bottom. Those things go crazy.
Yeah, I actually learned to grow. My first ever growing experience was in like the first generation of aero cloners, or not aero cloners, but just aeroponics. And my buddy had the Mister heads and all the stuff, and he'd go out of town and he'd leave me to take care of it, and he would come back to just like maybe a clone. It's like, yeah, I killed your whole garden, but the genetics are alive.
One small detail, and those whole things can be roasted. It does take a lot. Deep water culture with HPS. Back in the day, yeah, that's the way to do it. Back in the day.
Is that what your buddy grows when he does the super?
I don't know.
Super secret.
I don't know what light he's using now. Honestly, I really don't know what light he's using.
Interesting. It wouldn't surprise me to find out that it's. I mean, RW, the DWC and HPS. That just goes. I mean, it's even to anacronyms. You know.
Right. Yeah. And that's my
Actually,
generation.
initialisms.
Initialism. Okay.
Yes. An acronym that doesn't spell something is called an initialism.
All right. Thanks for the English lesson today, bro. I'm gonna remember that.
See, I'm dyslexic, so like in my later years, I look at language different. I go, well, you know, words matter. Hanging out with High C at the bakery, he's a real words matter sort of guy, and I'm always like, yeah. He always will say, words is our magic. That's why they call it spelling.
Oh,
go, damn.
Oh, that's so deep. I want to hang out with that guy. He's smart. I want to hang out with him.
At the Cup. We'll be hanging out. You're coming to the Cup, obviously, right?
Of course. DGC Cup, ladies and gentlemen, LaPorte, Colorado. Come hang out.
Yes, DGCcup.com. They are going to sell out. We every year we put out a video for the DGC Cup, and they just go crazy. One got 600,000 views. Last year has 90,000. They just pop off for some reason. So it's a great commercial for the Cup. So I'm excited for this one. It's gonna be off the hook. Yo,
such a fun in the house. Such a fun time. Come hang out. People get shy. People tell me, like, I'm sure they say it to you too. Like, I saw you at the Cup, but I didn't come say hello. You looked busy. Bro, I'm never too busy. I'm say hi to all of the people. Come say what's up.
Yes. Literally come bother me. I am the I'll always say Scott and Brett, I don't know, like, you know, I don't know their bag. I'm sure they're fine with you coming up, but I'm a needy bitch. I need you to come up. My roots are in stand-up, you know, like you're a fellow you know, fan and practitioner of the stand-up comedy. It hits different when you're in the room. When you're in the room with someone and they're like, dude, I love what you do, or they laugh, or, you know, something you say, it's like, whoa, that hits, like, this is real.
Oh yeah. And honestly, you might be bailing me out from somebody who's been talking to me for the past 30 fucking minutes about their favorite phenotype of orangegasm. And I might need you to come talk to me, please. Like, please, like, butt in. If
pat your head.
Like, that means this guy won't stop. Please help me out. The Mike is good at that. Shout out to Mike.
It's so weird. Scott Guru met his girlfriend at the Cup the year before he left, and I was going through relationship problems, and I was all down that I couldn't meet a girl, and he was certain. He's like, bro, you're gonna meet a girl at the Cup, and I go, Scott, that's insane. It's a sausage fest. It's nothing but wives and girlfriends. But there was one sister there.
Oh,
we fell in love, Jeff. It was crazy. I couldn't believe he called a shot. He said, you're in. And then I did. I couldn't believe it. So she's going to be with me at the Cup. So everyone, if you're actually there in person, we don't dime her out because she's kind of private. So I call her the Kansas Cutie. So if anyone wants to meet the Kansas Cutie, she'll be at the Cup. Hey, thank you, Green Meds. Thank you, brother.
Scotty was psychic. I knew he was a lot of things, but I never would have guessed that he was psychic.
He is, bro. He drops he'll always drop some shit. If you're ever back up to the bakery, he has a box of cards that have like random mysticisms printed on them, and he'll just like hand them to you, and he'll just go, Jeff, pick a card, and then you'll pick it up, and it's always some weird fucking thing. You know,
like I don't even like a Scotty Real Fortune cookie.
It's essentially a Scotty Real Fortune cookie. It'll be like what words matter. And then it's okay, all right. What words matter? It'll just be the weirdest fucking shit. He's a wizard. Sea Bunny, he's a wizard.
Yeah, okay.
So as we're talking about phenotypes, the thing that really got me, because Jaron from New Millennium, and you grow New Millennium, right?
Yes, I do. I have a mix of stuff, but there's New Millennium in there. Hey, if my AirPods sound weird, let me know, because my dreadlocks will start fucking it up sometimes. So just say, hey, you sound scratchy. It's because my dreads.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna have to get you. We're gonna have to do something with Jug Dealers with you, because that's having you. You're an icon in this world, Jeff, and we need people knowing about the new mill. Jugdealers.net /samples. If you guys want to try it for free, they always they give it away. So the thing is, Jaron always say that phenotype is environment times genotype. You take genotype times environment, you get phenotype. And he's just been pounded in my head. And then JR Token has the Cherry Paloma. He's the keeper of the JR cut of the Cherry Paloma. And I have seen that grown indoor, outdoor, HPS, LED, New Millennium, grow dots. I've seen it grow up, down, left, right, and sideways. And it's shocking to me. I won't even recognize it. I consider myself a man with a good palate. I'll smoke something and it's like, whoa, man, Pilot Wind 64, 1998. We rented it from 5 Star Video, I'll just be transported. And so like I'll tip this and I go, that's not even close. And it's the cut. It's not like, oh, I popped seeds and I got different stuff. It's a cut that's getting passed around. So what do you think about this? What is the most important thing? Because if some people say lighting, because environment's all the things. Environment is lighting, environment's temperature, environment's humidity. What are the things that actually kind of like guide these sort of things?
Every little detail. Every little detail. So you said lighting is number one. You got lights up top. We could have HPS, LED, metal halide, ceramic metal halide. You could have 7 flashlights duct taped together and spinning on a ceiling fan. Like people they get creative, bro. They could have any kind of light going on. All of that is going to make a difference in visual, aroma, flavor, terpene, bud density, trichome density. All that is going to make a difference. Just the light. The wrong spectrum will make them grow too fluffy. The right spectrum will make it stay dense. Too much light will make it slow its growth. Enough light will make it grow perfectly. That's going to matter right there. Then you got your air, temperature and humidity, VPD basically. If it's too dry, the plants won't get sticky. If it's too dry, terpenes are volatilizing while the plant is growing. So that's an option. Water, that's your feed and the water, everything going in. If you don't feed it enough things, then you're not going to get enough energy to give it what it should do. If you overfeed it, you're going to burn it. So that's so many things already. Soil. If the soil is too tight, the roots can't grow. The shit can't get sturdy. Maybe you're in organic living soil. There's so many factors already. Every one of those is going to make a small difference. I've had things run differently. So I've noticed my crop this time of year, the one that's going to come down now, is one of the best. And the summer, it won't be as good. The winter, fall crops are better because I'm not battling so much heat. They're cooler, they're stickier. And I don't know if this is hippy dippy shit, but maybe those plants in my basement know that it's fall outside and the moon is saying, hey, it's a harvest moon, time to finish up. Maybe there's some correlation to my crop being better indoors to the outdoor actual moon and shit. But yeah, so if I grew that cherry, we'll say cherry Paloma, if I grew it, start it now and harvest it, it would be harvested by May, June? I don't even know where we are, February, March, April. Cut it in April. That one is going to look different than the one I flower after that, just based on my outdoor environment that's affecting my indoor grow room. So all those little things make a huge difference. Different feed, like you said, if I feed it General Hydro, I notice if I feed things, advanced nutrients, everything tastes the same. But if I feed it New Mill and Botanicare, I can get some nuance. So if we feed it General Hydro, it's all going to get that like sweet General Hydro flavor. Everything's going to make a difference. Yeah.
That's one of those things that is so fascinating, is the idea of like, we always have this arguments and or debate with like organic versus synthetic. I know you hate the synganic term, so I won't be using it. We do not recognize that in court.
Yes. Have fun though. Have fun.
So it's the debate of like, a phosphorus is a phosphorus, a nitrogen is a nitrogen. And so people always have this conversation, but one of the things, as I've been kind of going deep on this plant, is that, and I'm no scientist. We talked to Dr. Riley Kirk the other day, and she was dropping mad science on us, and I was even to the point where I had to chime in and ask a couple of questions like, hey, excuse me, can I get in on this genius fest? She's quite the woman. I was smitten. But I'm a taken man. And she's married. So, but she's brilliant. And so I should have written it down. I was producing. So I'm always producing the shows. I'm over there playing the keyboards, and I should be writing this shit down. It's not quite possible, but something about, I believe only the nitrogen is the one that a nitrogen molecule is a nitrogen molecule. The rest of them all have way different, like Jug Dealers guys, Gabe will always be like, oh, that's a +3. It's like, you're looking for +2s. And I go, what the fuck are we even talking about? And he's like, oh, electron chains. And I go,
yeah. Right. That's right beyond my organic chemistry understanding. That's right past it. Just past where I get it.
One of my quotes, I always say, you in this cannabis growing world, you go from stoner to quantum mechanics in 4 moves.
That's absolutely true. Me, Scotty, Jaron, we're there. That's all it takes.
And and then Dr. Riley after that. She
Right.
was dropping science. Things like about the edibles, like why some people don't get high from edibles. It was always,
Oh
I
yeah.
always thought it was like a stomach enzyme or something. She's like, oh no, it's in your liver. The same things that produce psilocin to psilocybin are the same things that are taking that THCA, all the THC in your belly and taking it, I guess it's decarboxylated when you eat it, but taking that THC and the 11 hydrometabolites, the Joe Rogan chemical.
You ever do DMT? No, I did write New York City pizza, because New York City pizza is a good example of this. People will leave New York City and go to wherever. We'll say St. Louis. We'll say Pueblo. They can open up a pizza shop and use the exact same ingredients, but the pizza doesn't come out the same. The air is simply different. There's a different microbe. I don't know the science. There's different microbes in that air, different yeast in the air in New York City than there is wherever they move to go make that pizza. So much to where they've had people send them water from New York City, just ship me 10 gallons of water so I can try to make my pizza dough the same. And it still doesn't come out the same. So it's got to be the air. That's the only thing.
Interesting.
Yeah. So that just the air in New York City is so different here that their pizza dough comes out differently. So that's got to be a factor in the grow rooms.
Could be altitude, could be, because I always remember when I was learning about VPD, I was like, because like in Denver, for example, we have to have like a Pepsi plant here, because if there was a Pepsi plant in Nebraska, all those cans would burst if they took them up in these giant batches all stacked on each other. The pressure increases and you'll get a lot of bursting. And then even if one can, it's not like all of them explode like a bomb, but certain cans will crack, and then that all gets all everywhere. No one wants a sticky soda can.
No.
And so same sort of thing. Like when we're talking about VPD pressure, I mean, there's so many factors. That's why I gave up on VPD. I know a lot of people are hung up on it. I gave up on it a long time ago. I was just like, it's too stressful. That green line, man, it's hard to keep it.
It really is. Some people focus way too much on charts and graphs and shit. Look at the plants. If the plants are happy, you're okay. But VPD will be useful. When you realize how to fix it, honestly, not to be a shill here, if you use some AC Infinity gear and tell it to adjust my VPD, it makes your life so much easier. That's
They're doing a lot. They're straight up marketing it as like VPD
Yes.
controllers. They're not playing. And the company, man, I take inspiration from AC Infinity. Do you got a discount code? What's your discount code?
Yeah, use Irie Army. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Irie Army. That's good on Amazon, eBay, AC Infinity website. That's good everywhere. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Let them know that Jeff is talking good about them. It's important. Always use those codes. It helps us. It helps the companies. It's one of the ways. I always say, like, liking is awesome, commenting is awesome, but like sharing these videos, they can't shadow ban us if you share it. And same sort of thing. They can't deny that cannabis is a real game if you use the Irie Army code. There, Soda throws it out there. Shout out to you,
Soda. Big love to Soda. That's a big member of the Irie Army himself there. Such a cool dude. I love when he comes and hangs out at the DGC Cup. He's such a goofy. He's a big dude, but he's just so goofy. It's hilarious. He could be dangerous if he wasn't goofy.
He was in my shout out to you, Soda. Unbeknownst to you, you were in my Tinder photo for many months. It was me at the DGC Cup, like, oh, fucking, look at all my fans. Aren't I cool? Yeah, I know.
Let me see what that did for you.
Dude, swear to God, I deleted all the apps and I was like, no more hoes. I'm swearing it off. I'm going to be a monk, And then I meet like an amazing woman. The universe is weird, man. I get why people start believing in God later in life, because as the years go on, you go, boy, life is weird.
Right. And yeah, I'm not gonna go too far. Yeah, everybody knows what I'm into. I got these dreadlocks down to my ankles. So but yeah, when you start honoring, starts giving back to you. That's what I've noticed. Much love.
Yeah,
we're talking about I'll put us back on cannabis just to get us out of religion talk. We're talking about flavor and aroma and all that. What about the dry and cure? We're all drying and curing completely differently. I know one guy that takes a grow tent and cuts a fucking hole in it and puts an air conditioner in there and creates a whole nother grow tent just for dry and cure. A lot of us are just using that spare bathroom with the fan in there or whatever we can do. So some of us are drying in the basement. Some have a sterile room. That's going to make a huge difference. Big up, Chad. I see you, bro.
Chad Westport. Shout out to him and Scotty are doing some podcasts together. So go check out the Scotty Real Chad Westport thing and vote for Chad Westport on whatever thing. I don't know what thing you're voted for, Chad, about the cannabis awards, but he's like nominated for some award. I just saw that I was not nominated and just was like deuces.
I don't know what I don't know what he's nominated for, but I almost always vote for Chad. That's
Chad. Yes.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Another awesome breeder out there.
Or something, then I vote against it. But yeah. But give Chad the award.
Well, when it comes to the DGC Cup, it's all fucking fisticuffs there. That's where we get the dogs.
We're too high to swing at each other. Last year it was so peaceful. I started a weed fight. I took so much weed that people couldn't smoke all of it. People were lit, and halfway through the day, I reached into pathetically say it was a quarter pound of lemon Jeffrey and just started throwing lemon Jeffrey nuggets at people just to create a little bit of peaceful chaos. It was a great time.
Hell yeah. That's awesome. So yeah, it's the International Cannabis Association, the ICA Awards, the best PP podcast.
Fancy. Chad, I hope you win, bro. You deserve it all.
Have you ever grown any of your gear? Like, how much of your gear have you seen grown outdoors? This is something that I'm very fascinated on. The best cherry paloma. I've been handed so much cherry paloma in my life, and the best cherry paloma I've ever smoked was from our DGC homie, Sunny in Bectopia, and she had grown it outdoors, supplemented like light depth with HPS, yada yada, but mainly outdoor hoop house sort of situation, I believe. And oh my god, it was just like, it was pure purple. It was so fucking dank. It smelled just like it had a gasoline terp in it that I hadn't really experienced from any of it. Yeah, you seen your gear grown outside?
Not a lot of it. Some of my stuff, honestly, it takes a little bit long. Most of it happens indoor, but I do see it grow outdoors, and I do see a difference. There's more trichomes when it happens outdoors. A little more color, a little more bud density. But a lot of my stuff takes too long for the outdoor stuff. The April O'Neil will get you through. Oh man, I need to upload some pictures. Thanks for reminding me. The April O'Neil will get done.
It might just not be loading.
A little bit of both. The April O'Neil will get done outdoors long enough. She turns purple. Indoors, she doesn't turn as much purple. The Golden Goat is phenomenal outdoors. It gets bigger, more trichomes, more flavor. So there is a difference, yeah. I've seen my stuff grown. We need to put a picture up there because there's some great pictures that could go in there. I've seen a lot of my stuff grown indoors and outdoors, and there's a lot of huge differences. Mainly the vigor of the plants outdoors. They don't stop. Grow April, and you grow lemon Jeffrey outdoors. Does it finish on time? Would be my first question.
Yeah. Have you ever played with the winter frost at all, as far as like that sort of stuff?
Yes, actually, I am about to. I'm going to go chop down plants when we get done here. That's what I'm going to do. So they got fed winter frost a week ago today, and they've just been chilling. They kind of quit drinking. They're done, I think, because the pots are still wet. They got winter frost. They got the fulvic acid, and I added one small dose of shine at the end to go with that, just because I mix up some stuff. And they're frosty, dude. They are frosty. Post some pictures.
Is shine? I'm not familiar with this.
It's from a company that makes veg bloom, hydroponic-research.com. They make a lot of great products. Shine is for trichomes and bud density. So that with the winter frost and the fulvic, it really goes. And I used the one of my secret weapons is the the green sensation. Start that about week 4 of flower, and then use that right up to the end. Yeah, some stuff.
Yeah, the green sensation was my secret weapon. People ask me about grow dots, and they're like, "How you like grow dots?" And it's like, dude, I love them. I was like, every time I've grown, I did use some green sensation. Jug Dealers fucking employee discount over there at the over at the 5/8 distribution. But so because it's kind of a pricey thing. It's a pricey, but it's one of the most unique bottles on earth. If you use any bloom boosters, I think it's your only choice as far as I'm concerned.
Right. Yeah. Add that to everything. I put that shit on everything. That one and the fulvic acid. Use the green sensation and the ruby fulvic. Almost every watering, the plants will be happy.
Yeah, so it's one of the things in jugdealers.shop if you guys want to get anything over there. I'm not sponsored. I don't make any extra money from those sales, but I did build the website, and I just
Nice.
am like one of those people that like, oh God, I hope it really like works for them. They paid me to make something. So go ahead jugdealers.shop if you like. And then I
So
will take
Rasta,
one quick opportunity, Jeff, just to, I was going to mention it every little bit. All you guys that are coming in fresh, there's a link right up here. It's a GoFundMe. Our buddy, Nick, Cannabis Connoisseurs, he is not healthy. And so you surely have met him, Jeff, but he's a quiet guy. He just goes around, big smile on his face. And so if you got some extra money, if you were thinking about joining the membership, if you're thinking about any of that sort of stuff, go ahead and donate to the GoFundMe. Any little bit helps. So I'm just going to throw that out there every little bit just to keep it going. So yeah, one of the things that's is always vexing about me is I've always wanted to talk to you about your males. We'll go off on another thing because this also goes into flavor and all the stuff. Is that you choose a lot of the goat males, right? You're always over in that Pineville. How much
yeah.
do you think? Because I haven't tried a lot of your line, but I'll always smoke some, Irie genetic stuff, and I go, oh, there's that golden goat. I'm famously not a huge fan of the sweet skunk, the goat, the Durban. I don't love those pine terps. Does it? How much of it sings through the male? How much of it is the mother? I've always wanted to ask that. How much is it? Because this also goes to phenotypic, not the phenotypic expression, but just phenotypes in general. In a seed run, how much of the dad, how much of the mom are you thinking about that when you go through? How's that work?
That really depends on the plants you pick. A lot of that depends on the male plant. So the golden goat is a female only. I'm reversing that and using that as a pollen donor. I've learned that breeds. It breeds strong enough to give a lot of golden goat traits, but leaves a lot of room for the other plant to shine through. So that's all about plant specific. I kind of think about like if you just say the chessboard has 64 squares, when you put the two plants in the breeding chamber together and shake up all the chromosomes, when it comes out, you could get all black squares, all white squares. You could get half and half. You could get any combination. And that just depends on who's got dominant, co-dominant, recessive genes, what goes where. A lot of times that comes down to, in my opinion, my male selection is why it's working for me. When, let's say we run 10 seeds, like regular seeds, I pop a pack of 10, they could be whatever, reg seeds, you're going to get boys and girls. We pop 10 seeds, probably 5 will be girls. We're just going to toss those away for this story. We got 5 males to choose from. The first one to go into flower, to show you, hey, I'm a dude, I'm fucking eager to go, I would toss that plant immediately. I would get rid of that. The second one, I'd probably not breed with that. The third one to be like, hey, I'm a male plant, I'm sturdy, I'm vigorous, I'm the right shape, I'm the right structure. That's the one I would go for. My reason is what I call the Brock Lesnar theory. If you look at Brock Lesnar and look at his daughter, they're like fucking clones of each other. She looks exactly like him. And I don't want to make more Brock Lesnar babies. I want to make Golden Goat and complement my other plant so that there's 50-50 and some opportunity. So that comes down to selecting the right male that doesn't goes in and just, I'm going to make big muscle babies. I need a male that's got a little more, a little less vigor, a little less excitement, one that's a little slower to flower. And the one that goes right away, he's going to make hemp. He's going to make a big hempy plant. It's going to be all him in my mix. So yeah, it comes down to the male selection. And that's a big part of it to me. Everybody that keeps saying they're ordering my stuff, thank you guys. I appreciate that. I truly do. Thank you.
You are, like I say, you are an icon. You are a staple of this community, my friend. I wish you lived in Denver so we could hang out more. Next time you come up for comedy, hit me up. We gotta kick it more. But I'll see you at the DGC Cup either way. That's gonna be fun.
I'll be at Comedy Works South Thursday. I'll be at Comedy Works downtown Saturday.
Jesus, I should have. Oh man, I miss comedy so much. I watched Dave Chappelle's monologue at SNL the other day.
Yeah.
You've seen that, but man, he goes after poor people in it. He's like, man, this is why. Yeah, don't like poor people. You can't see past your own pain. He flips it around. He takes all the fucking talking points and he flips it around. And I go, man, that dude is the GOAT. He stands on the biggest stage in America smoking a cigarette.
Yeah.
Fuck, Dave Chappelle's the GOAT, man.
I watched him at Comedy Works and he was sitting on a bar stool, mic in one hand, cigarette in the other, ashing his cigarette into the floor at Comedy Works. Just didn't give a fuck. I was like, when he did it, I looked at my date and I go, disrespectful. like because he just didn't give a fuck, just right into the
Yeah, if
floor.
anyone is if you're ever in Denver and you want to go to the Denver Comedy Works, I'll just shout out their code. You go on Tuesday's New Talent Night. That's the night that if you would see me at Denver Comedy Works, I'd be there at the New Talent Night. And it's code NTN. Just type NTN and you go check out New Talent Night for free. It's on Old Uncle Grambo. Check it out. I recommend it. Comedy Works is special, man. It's a beast. I've been on the stage, Jeff. I can't even express how honored. You know what? I swear to God, my first time. I come from Des Moines, Iowa, and so we had a Funny Bone comedy club there, and so there was an open mic at Funny Bone, and it was just an open mic night. So I thought New Talent Night was open mic night. So I called the hotline, I did the thing, and my first ever time doing stand-up comedy was at Comedy Works downtown, sold out show, 380 people, and me brand new with the worst jokes. And we all have it filmed, and that set is filmed in HD in a vault. I got it in a vault somewhere.
Keep that vaulted. Not to plug any other.
I'm sweating bringing it up.
Big J Okerson just released he's recorded a 2-part special at Comedy Works.
They them, right?
They just came out on Netflix or on YouTube a couple of nights ago. So go watch Big J.
Oh, that was filmed at Comedy Works? Oh, yes. Shit.
So that chair where there's a chair right in the front where there's a guy with his foot basically on the stage. He's sitting back and he's got his foot on the stage. That's table 11. That's my fucking spot, bro. That's where I sit every time I go to Comedy Works. That is my seat.
Wow. That's there's 3 seats just on stage. It's very bizarre.
Those are awkward seats.
Yeah. I had a joke one time. I was doing Thick Skin there. It's kind of like it's like their version of Kill Tony for people watching. And so I get called up. I'm higher than fuck, dude. I never got called up. I went there dozens of times, never got called up. So one night I'm getting high, I'm chilling in the green room, just like, oh, I'm so cool. And they're like, Josh Grambo. I was like, oh my, you know. And I have my first bad set at Comedy Works ever, but I was doing okay for the first half of it. There's 3 seats on the fucking thing, and some guy drops a glass and it spills out the ice, and I was so high I got off track and I didn't have a joke for it, and it just melted. And they fucking what do they chant at Thick Skin when they want you off? Fucking I can't remember.
Remember.
Think about it.
The blinking light comes from the back. That's all I remember.
It's brutal. So yeah, I had a bad set. I went home that night, wrote 20 jokes about if a glass falls, and like 2 years later in Greeley, a glass falls. I fucking hit him with this joke. It smashes, and I was the proudest moment of my Comedy Works career my comedy career was that fucking through 2 years ago. I bombed at Comedy Works, wrote this joke for when it happened again. It happened again. I hit it out of the park. I was very proud of it.
Hell yeah. And now you know it's going to work next time because those people won't be at the club again.
Oh man, the comedy is it's an interesting thing. You got a lot of freaks. I'm sure you and I met back in those days.
I'm sure
you gave me very good advice the first time I met you. I won't repeat it here because we were just talking private, but you gave me advice that literally till this day rings in my head, where the first time I heard it, I was like, I don't know. And then like 6 months later, I'm like, man, I think Jeff was right. And now 2 years, 3 years later, I'm like, I'm pretty much doing the thing you told me to do. So some of this success I'm having is thanks to you, Rasta.
I think I know what I said then. Thank you, bro. Hell yeah. I've been on that stage at Comedy Works. That's a nerve-wracking stage to be on. Because it's fun. That's a good time on that stage.
Yes. So yeah, one of the things I really am interested in is I want to try more of like my friend's gear. I've smoked a bunch of your stuff, smoked a bunch of Chad Westport stuff, but it's always the classics. It's the Lemon Jeffrey, it's the Orange Gasm. I want to try your Dark Hollow. Someone just mentioned that. I did a video where I talked about the sleep strains that I really liked, and the Dark Hollow was there, and it was recommended to me. I actually haven't tried it. So for a guy like me, it's not even a shameless plug necessarily. It's just for me to figure out, like I want to figure out. I'm getting my grow with Church of Cannabis. Nate is getting our grow all set up finally, and we're all set up at the 5x5. So I'm going to run Jaren's GMO, and then I'm going to select a random strain each run. I'll have the GMO on standby and then something new each time. So for a guy like me that likes the sours, the chems, the diesel, the GMOs, what would you recommend for me? if I was going to I redirect.
It's ironic you started with Dark Hollow and then you said GMO because Dark Hollow is GMO cross. It is my Arise, which is one of my prized males, my King Solomon, and then that bad dog is the GMO. I've got a cut that I've been selling cuts on my website, iredirect.com. I think the cuts are sold out now, but I'll refresh that as soon as the plant grows a little more. Like a, it's like a garlic Coca-Cola sort of weirdness sort of thing. It's funky. It's skunky in veg. It turns garlicky later in flower. It's got like a candy vanilla. I don't know. It's like if you literally garlic soda. It's like if you had a root beer float and you dropped garlic in it. It's disgustingly delicious. Yeah.
Okay, a creamy garlic. I can get behind that.
Yeah, vanilla, garlic, spicy skunk. Yeah. And the clones have been going quite well. People have been loving those. I didn't know they would sell so well. So those are available in the clone form. If you want something completely different from that, I would say something, oh, you don't like the Golden Goat. Well, for people that do, I would say check out Nuketown. It's the way opposite. That is Chernobyl and Golden Goat. Complete head buzz. It's like a lime terp. It's one of my no ceiling kind of terp sort of things. It'll make you fly to the sky.
All right. It's funny, as I'm just scrolling through the pictures of different things, I get to the Dark Hollow. I have there's a thing I call, it's like where weed almost looks gray. The darkness of the plant material with the lightness of the trichomes, they make a gray plant. Anytime I see like a gray, it's almost like in a picture, if there's the contrast is too low, I always go, ooh, that's the one I like. So funny, just scrolling through immediately as I check out the Dark Hollow, it's like, oh man, that does look like what I would like. So I might have to hit you up for some beans, or maybe I'll just go over to Irie Genetics and
those beans are sold out and discontinued, so you'll have to get cuts. Yeah.
Damn son of a bitch.
Monopoly.
That's so funny.
There might be a vendor out there with seeds, but I definitely don't have them right now. I'd have to make more.
Me and Banner, we're always kind of teaching Scott and the dude to a lesser extent, but definitely Scott, about just like the culture and how it's this drop culture phenomenon. Like shoes have set the stage. I know you're also another a shoe fan as well as stand-up comedy, and the drops, man. Like Soulfire Genetics is doing it great. Shout out to him. He's like doing like a Pokemon sort of fucking thing. So it's like a weird thing. If you don't get it while you can get it, man, I'm used to things just being around forever. There used to only be like 1,000 strains and you always had access to them, and now there's a million.
Right. People get bothered. They'll get almost mad at me when they're like, "Hey, I need Golden Goat seeds." I'm like, "That's going to be 6 or 9 months before I do that." And like, "But I need that right now." And I'm like, "Good, fucking make them." Like, I'm not doing it, dude. I got other shit in mind. People get really like upset when shit's out of stock, but I want to make new stuff. I can't keep making Golden Goat every time. I have to make new stuff.
Right. No, when you said it hit me kind of just like how artisan it is when you're like, yeah, I'm shipping clones. It's like, I'll be shipping a bunch out when the plant starts to bush up a little bit, and you go, oh shit, this is when someone's doing business. We always do this with corporations, and I'm no defender of the corporate world, but we do kind of just like slap this like aura on, like, I always think of Nintendo, right? Oh, Nintendo, me growing up. Well, really, it's Shigeru Miyamoto, fucking, all these fucking Gunpei Yokoi. There's all these fucking dudes that like literally Nintendo's like 7 fucking guys that like, everyone else was doing busy work. They're all the day-to-day workers, but it's like 7 guys that made the whole fucking system work. And you realize it's like, oh man, like you think that, oh, Irie Genetics, it's something. No, it's Rasta Jeff. He's taking cuts. He's making beans. Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's me. I've got help with some packaging and a couple small details. Yeah, it is me. I do 90% of the stuff.
Yeah, that's almost everything. Our buddy Turpicana Kyle, and I'll shout out because people always bring up the Turpicana. People always hit me up on Instagram wanting to know how they can get the Turpicana. I go, hit him up on Instagram. Turpicana extracts, god damn it. But the reason I mention it is like speaking of like going away, this might not be around. He's starting a new thing. I get one of my number one messages are these goddamn Turpicana things. So instead of answering 1,000 DMs, I mass broadcast it. Get it while you can, because they are limited. It won't be around for very long. Him and I, me and Kyle go back since. You ever hear John Doe Radio back in the day? Tim and Bike.
Tim, yeah. I still deal with Bike on some things. Yeah.
Hell yeah, Bike is the man. I had him on here a couple months ago. I hadn't seen him forever. My first gig in the cannabis industry was kind of helping produce content with the John Doe radio show.
Oh,
And I met Kyle at an episode. He's this fresh-faced 22-year-old and fucking way before Tropicana. And so he and I have been buddies for a long time. So I'm always he is always hooking me up. So I'm always trying to send some love his way. And also stop messaging me, message him. God damn it. Because I have a thing, I answer every message. If you send me a message or a DM, I answer almost, unless you send me a reel. Fuck you for sending me a reel. But if you send me an actual message, I respond to every single one. And boy, I get a lot about that. So
do not expect that. Not me. I do not live to that standard. My messages, my Instagram inbox will go ignored for months. Don't take it personally. It's just me. Like I'm doing the clones, the seeds, the plants, and then I'm doing the podcast, and then I got to do the emails, got to update the website, got to do the packaging. There's a lot happening. So sometimes the Instagram gets overlooked. I've been trying to put the social back in social media, but it's not as easy as it looks, man.
Dude, it's so toxic. That's why I only do Instagram, because it's just so people are like, oh, Twitter is so much, or X, whatever the fuck you want to call it, is like so much more cannabis friendly. And I go, yeah, but I hate it there. I hate it. I don't want to see the political nonsense. I hate it. Stop it. People post the pretty pictures. Look at the roast beef sandwich I ate. Great. Perfect. Moving on.
Yeah. Or they show their own roast beef, and I don't need to see all that. Change.
Our homie Nightsack asks, you ever press any of your own flower? You get into the making the concept? That's a question I suppose I can have for you. Is you more into live resin or rosin? What do you, equal opportunity? You have a preference?
Well, until recently, I was not a big fan of rosin. I like the live resin batters are my favorite. I like the way a batter smokes. But lately, where I go to get my batters, they can't keep up with me. So I've had to buy rosins. I've been finding other sources for rosins, and I've been liking it. It's getting better, and I like it. I don't press my own shit because it's mostly seeded. And once I get the seeds out, it's so finger banged and beat up that it turns into green concentrates and it tastes like shit. So I don't really run my stuff because it's got seeds in it. But I'm getting more into rosin. I've got some green dot rosin. It looks like it just looks like a slushy. The trichomes aren't even pressed together. Like I can see each individual trichome in this concentrate, and I've been really enjoying that. It's delicious. I'm trying to talk while you.
I get in trouble because I'll hang out. Like I'll go over to Adam Dunn's place, and I'll hang out with all the heady kids, who are like really like. I always say like I'll hang out in some rooms that people think are really cool, and they go, "What was that like?" And I go, "Have you ever seen the smelling your own farts episode of South Park?" That's what it's like, And so I'll always be like, yeah, you can't get fucking shit that tastes like this. And I go, man, I don't know. Green Dot tastes better than your rosin. I don't know what to tell you, heady presser guy, but Green Dot's legit. I want sponsored by them. Me and you both. Team sponsorship.
Yes. Hell yeah, let's do it. Green Dot, please reach out. I'd love to help you out. I'm smoking your shit all day, every day, 2 or 3 grams a day. Let's do this. Yeah, I can't do what they do. I don't know any other concentrate maker. If you can do that, I'll be your customer, but I don't know anybody else that can do that. Send me samples. Hit me up.
That would be cool. That would be cool. Definitely. And so one of the things that I'm both excited, but as it approaches, I'm kind of trepidatious about is that we now have a concentrate category at the DGC Cup. So day 3, it used to be a 2-day event. Now it's day 3 is going to be the concentrates. Boy, I don't know. It's going to be a ton of rosin, right? No one can don't open blast and submit to this. I'm kind of nervous of once it hit on me, it's like, oh, like the home grower. Oh, I want to smoke that. The home hash maker. I don't necessarily know if I want to smoke 50 different homemade BHOs.
We can tell by looking. I think you could kind of give it a good visual of that's a little dark or that's a little bubbly or the colors are off. And that's why that's part of the appeal of a concentrate or even a flower, the visual. Like the first thing I do is see something. Like when your food gets served to you, you go, that looks good, and your eyes tell your mouth that it's good. So I need my concentrate to have some visual appeal. That matters to me. I like seeing it.
Yeah, I one of the best I ate at Burger King one time and I had this like weird burger and I was eating it in the dark as I was driving in the boonies of freaking Iowa. And I was like, this is the best goddamn burger I ever had, it tastes so good. And then the next time I saw it, it had all this weird shit hanging out of it and it like ruined. I didn't like the taste of it after I saw it and I always thought that's so funny. There's restaurants that are pitch black to have you eat, just so you can like
Yeah.
just taste it and everything. Man, I fell right into that.
Have you ever left a restaurant with takeout food? Like you eat and you got leftovers, you throw it in the car, you go for a drive, you run into the store to get something on the way home, you come back and you smell that food in the car and you're like, I don't want to eat that shit. Like just the smell that food left in the car, you're gross.
The worst offender of that is McDonald's, dude. I won't let McDonald's in my car. You smell that shit a month later. It's wretched.
I don't eat McDonald's, so I'm winning already.
The only guy that laughs at boonies is from Iowa. Shout out to you, Drew.
Way out in the boonies, the BFE.
Yeah, out in the boonies. So, are you submitting to the DGC Cup on the topic? Are you doing the IRE thing? I know you've been known to submit from time to time.
It's only March, so I still have a little bit of time to decide, I think. But right now, I haven't. The crop I just ran was supposed to be seeded, so I was not prepared. But I'll think about it. If I can time it, I will. I'd rather have plenty of seeds for the DGC Cup. I'm not gonna enter. I'll have seeds. I'll just say that. Then if I do enter, it's a surprise. But I'm gonna focus on making plenty of new beans for the DGC Cup. I'll have some. Should I even say? I'll have some blueberry cookies crosses and some golden goat crosses if things go as planned. Maybe one more thing available in reg form if I can get this project to work on time.
Nice. That's what's up, man. I always fancied myself an idea man, like I always like growing up, I was like, man, I just got so many good ideas. And then as I aged up and I got into business and studied marketing, everything, like one of the cliches in this world is like ideas are worthless. Steve Jobs, Bezos will say this, like ideas are cheap. Execution is expensive. And you are an executor, my friend. I am envious. I'm inspired by everything you're doing. We're coming up on 55 minutes. Once again, I will, before we land this ship, I will say that up in the corner is that GoFundMe for our buddy Nick, Cannabis Connoisseur on Instagram. He's at every single event, DGC Cup regular. We've been talking about him. He's in the DGC Cup videos. You can spot him. And so, yes, one last shout out for the GoFundMe. Thank you for everyone that's joined. But yeah. So if I was going to find Rasta Jeff out in this world, we've shouted out the website that I've been kept referring to here was the IRE Genetics, but you also have IREdirect.com, which is if someone's just learning of your name, where's the best place to send them? Instagram, your website, direct, where should they go?
The website you've got up now, IREgenetics.com, has everything. There's vendors there. IRE Direct is on there, the podcast, Patreon, Discord. Everything is listed there. There's a link to the AC Infinity affiliate program at the bottom. You can join a newsletter there. That way, when I put out new shit, you get updates. IREgenetics.com is the place. I'm going to do a free seed giveaway soon on Instagram, so follow me there, IRE_genetics. Follow the appropriate account. There's a bunch of fake haters out there. Follow the one with it's about 36,000 followers. Follow that account, the big one. Don't follow the fakes. They have low follower accounts. You'll know they're fake. Free seeds are coming on Instagram pretty soon.
All right, here's the one you want to find. I want to get you there.
Thank you, bro. That is there's a couple of fake ones, so make sure you hit the real one.
It's tough. That is a thing. I will also, just as a thing with Dude Grows, we don't give away anything in the comments. Grambo Grows, Jug Dealers, we don't give anything away in the comments. Rasta Jeff over on Grow With Your Heart, he's not giving away anything in the comments. So if you didn't hear it from our mouths, don't believe because they'll take your profile picture, they'll make Rasta Jeff 05, and then they'll go, hey, you won the thing. And it's, it's such a bummer when I see if anyone ever gets dinged by that. It's the biggest bummer in the world. So don't fall for the scammers. Follow Rasta Jeff. Just go to IREgenetics.com. That's the spot. That'll get you everywhere. Fuck yeah, buddy.
Dude, we did it.
As an hour, we talked a little dabs, talked a little phenotype expression. Hopefully, I'm high as balls, and I know you're about to get high as balls. Your mega dab is probably wearing off right about now.
Yeah, palms are not sweaty anymore. It's time to get back to the dab rig.
Hells yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much, Rasta Jeff. I appreciate my friend, and I will see you soon.
Thank you, brother. Invite me anytime you need me.
I love it. Thank you, my friend. And thank you guys, everyone that has joined. Like you always say, smoke the like button, subscribe if you vibe, and roll this video up and pass it to a friend. They can't shadow ban us if you share. It means the world to me. Thank you, Craig Dew, for the gift subs. Thank you, the Pinot Tree, for the $50. We got Cortez in there for 20. We got Green Meds in for 10. All of that is going to be getting shipped over to Nick for the GoFundMe. And thank you guys. And once again, if you have already subscribed and you do want to become a member, I do a post show. It's been getting longer. It used to be like 10 minutes. Now I'm doing like 45 minutes, getting all high and telling stories about the old days of running elbows around the ice rink. It was getting a little explicit last week. I talk a little too freely on the post show, but that is the point. So if you want to become a member, that works out to a little over $1 per post show. You get a bunch of and I also uploaded a member video. You guys, a behind the scenes Dude Grows video that I filmed like a year and a half ago, and it's just been sitting around, so I uploaded it. That's in the member section. All sorts of good stuff in there. Thank you everyone that's been watching live. Thank you, Rasta Jeff, and I will see you guys back for Dude Grows show on Jug Dealers on Tuesday. We got something cool coming for you on Jug Dealers on Tuesday. Check that one out. Dude Grows on Wednesday. I do too much of this. I'll see you guys later.
We're dropping knowledge on Grambo grows, talking about plants and how they go. Let's go. From seeds to the cure, we always smoke pure. Nothing